What's up, Tim? How's it going, man? Look, I just finished my at home with the standard workout, and this happened. Guys, what do I do? That's sweat, not rain. Mm. Delaney, what's up? Kelsey, hello. Sean, hello. Britt, hello. Good to see you guys. Well, at least see your names. It's not actually you. Okay, so what we're doing right now is going to talk about what it's going to be like now that the governor has said it is magically safe to do CrossFit again. So let's just talk about that a little bit. It as you can, if you've talked to me at all, you probably have my opinions. I'll give you a short synopsis. I was completely fine and very supportive of safety. My main goal for all of you guys is to maintain your safety. Like, that's my number one thing. So whether that's like avoiding a virus or avoiding, chronic disease, that's what I'm into. So when it came out that, hey, this is potentially a thing, we respected it. We implemented all of the things that we thought were important, and they decided to shut us down anyway. So it doesn't matter what my opinion is. That's what happened. And so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about what it's going to be like returning to the gym. So those of you who are on Instagram right now, you're not going to be able to see this presentation thing. So you may need to go back to YouTube. Actually, hold on. I'm technologically advanced. Oh, shoot. Look at that. I flipped it around. Now, there is going to be a little delay in this live feed and whatever. But okay. So let's chat. Sorry, this is sideways, but this is the best way to do it. So I put this together just so everybody's on the same page and has a good understanding of what is going to happen as we ease back into training. So a couple things. This is kind of the outline. What we'll talk about real quick. Quick thank you, what we did, and our thoughts on the matter. Some challenges and solutions, what we expect to do, and what we expect from you. What we are going to do, and questions and answers. So first of all, I'll just read this to you. Thank you to you guys. This is the most important thing that I can say of this entire afternoon. It means more than you know that you stuck with us through this entire process, and I literally can't overstate it. Like, this was a life-changing experience for Adrian and I, and you allowed us to continue to do the work and to be able to come out of this relatively unscathed when thousands of other gyms have actually closed permanently. I know of a few, and I'm glad that we made it through. So thanks to you, you've made it possible for us to return on the 26th. Business-wise, we're still working through the PPP program and the SBA loan program, but honestly, I don't have any expectation of financial assistance. So we relied 100% on your generosity. You supported us and made it possible for us to not only just come back, but we were able to offer the Resilience Challenge for free, and to be able to put out at home with the standard workouts that were not only for you, but there were people that were outside of our community that were doing those workouts. So you ultimately supported dozens of people, not just us, during this time. So thanks to you. Also, thanks to the staff for remaining super strong and engaged. You guys were pivotal on just keeping morale super high. You had to make pretty significant adjustments and take on a lot of unexpected challenges, and you did extremely well it's an embarrassment of riches that we have the team of coaches that we do. So Sam, Kayla, Logan, Christian, Stefan, Steven, you guys are the man and the lady. All right. So when this thing kicked out, um, our priority, like I said, is continually your health. So uh, we would rather close our doors than put anyone at risk. So you've seen that in class as we insist on safety and instruction. We're always scaling things appropriately. We're always leveling people down if things are getting a little sketchy. And if you haven't heard me say, if you can't show up tomorrow, I haven't done my job. If you've never heard me say that, you probably haven't talked to me enough. But that seems like something that I end up saying a lot. But um, and then when this came out, as COVID came around, we voluntarily put adjustments in place prior to being forced to close. We mandated hand washing. We removed the check-in tablet. We increased the cleaning of equipment and a lot of other things. Once we were told to close, we did so promptly, respecting the experts who explained the threat that it could pose to you, our friends. Um, and so in this situation, our opinions don't really matter. This is a real situation with real consequences. So like everything that we do at the Standard, we approach this with facts and objectiveness over anything else. We're making informed decisions based on guidelines that are set by our officials, based on the best available information. And not every protocol is going to feel super necessary, and it may not actually be truly necessary, but we need you to follow them anyway, because our decision-making process simply went through one filter, and that was, does this decrease the risk of our athletes? And if the answer was yes, then we did it. So YouTube Live people, sorry, I'm dumb and should have been sharing my screen. So sorry about that. Hold. All right. Let's go back. Okay, so then now Ohio has rolled out a bunch of standards and the guidelines. So let me just kind of go over all of these for you. So the first one is to limit capacity based on available space and your ability to socially distance within 6 feet of members' clients, except in facilities where the instructor or student must be in close proximity, such as personal training. Also down here, reduce class sizes if necessary to accommodate the required 6 feet of social distancing. All of our classes are going to be limited to 8 participants at a time. So let that settle in. That means that we're going to have to increase class offerings. So that's a lot more work on us and probably inconvenient for a lot of you, but we are open or we will be open, and these are the guidelines. So we just have to follow them. But you can think of it this way: you're definitely going to get more attention from your trainer, whether that's a good thing or not a good thing. Trainers can be in close proximity in order to instruct. We will do the best that we can to distance as much as possible, but should we see something that we feel is dangerous or could use correction, we will step in to correct that. Second piece, we will set up our facility for social distancing based on spacing equipment to provide a 6-foot radius as measured from the main operation of the specific piece of equipment. Now, for CrossFit, that doesn't really make sense because we're not using just one piece of equipment unless it's like 1,000 burpees for time. Okay, we could be in a 6-foot circle. In that case, we're probably just going to go outside. And in that case, you're probably all going to fire me. But that doesn't really work for us. So what we did is we set up 10 by 10 boxes. You will be assigned a 10 by 10 box. This is significantly more space than required by the state. However, there's kind of some like arrangement rules that we're going to have with equipment and making sure that people can maintain appropriate distance from each other. Third thing, reinforce spacing through training with employees. So I've already communicated to our coaching staff that this is the thing, this is how it's going to go, and then reinforce it with members and clients. So what we are going to do is you will stay inside your assigned box, and we will reinforce this by saying, stay inside your box. Simple. Okay. Stay inside your box. Remove excess seating throughout the facility to discourage lingering. The benches are gone. So right at the entrance, the benches are gone. The wall outside still exists, and I did check just now. It makes a great seat. So you're welcome to go outside, still be appropriately distanced from each other, but sit outside. Eliminate lost and founds. The shelf of shame is gone. Do not leave your stuff here. More on that to come. Okay. Establish login procedures for members and clients and maintain that information for potential contact tracing. So they basically want to know who was in the class with, Mr. COVID-19, so that we can know, hey, you were in this class, and we can track you down and have you, give you the opportunity to quarantine. So us coaches, your trainer is going to log each of you in. And because of that, you have to be pre-registered for class. Because of the class size and because of the contact tracing piece, we need to know who is coming. So again, more on that later. Let's talk about the recommended best practices. These are not even requirements. When applicable, set aside specific hours for vulnerable populations. That usually means like elderly or really, really sick people. We are not going to do that simply because it's not really practical. And provide space at the entrance or in lobby area for coat racks and kiosks or whatever. We're checking you in, so not really applicable for us. Okay, now let's talk about sanitation. Hand washing or sanitation upon entry to the facility. Upon entry, you have to immediately sanitize your hands or use the restroom and thoroughly wash your hands. Okay. Use sanitation products that meet the CDC guidelines. I was surprised that some of them do not meet them. Like, I made this soap at home. I guess those don't meet those guidelines. We will definitely have sanitizer available throughout the facility. It's a really small room. We already have effective hand soap and sanitizer at both doors, and there's a cleaner at your station. So if you need something, you can find it. It shouldn't be too difficult. Provide cleaning products that are EPA approved, disinfectants, disinfecting wipes, sanitizing equipment before and after use by clients, with equipment cleansing backed up by employees. So clean your equipment after use. Put it back the way you found it. It's almost like how you should act at a gym. Okay. Routine disinfection of high contact surfaces, workstations, restrooms, pool ladders, as well as equipment. Again, after class, trainers are going to wipe down door handles and other common touch areas. We thankfully don't have that many of those. So we'll be able to maintain a high level of sanitation as we go. Deep cleaning after hours and during low times of use, 24 hours facility. So we were already using cleaning solutions that killed COVID-19 viruses, but we're going to increase the frequency of full facility cleaning. So we'll just do it more often. Sweat angels, if you're a super sweaty dude, we'll have a cleaning solution that is in a spray bottle that you can just spray on there. And then if you're like super nasty, you didn't bring a towel or something, you'll need to just mop it up before you go. Above and beyond the requirements, we invested in a fogger that will spray disinfectant on the rig and cover the space just generally, just like blanket the whole thing. It's non-toxic. It's guaranteed effective against COVID-19 and almost every other imaginable virus. So we should be good there. Signage. You don't care about signage. I didn't care about signage either, but fine, as if you need another reminder. But sure, why not just spend some money on that. So yeah, I wasn't super pumped about those, but those will be up. Um, and then air circulation, limit use of fans. If you have to use fans to keep people from overheating, they have to blow away from members and clients. Open exterior doors when possible. So the big ass fan will be shut off. Doors will be open, which means dress accordingly. We're not totally out of the woods of the cold just yet. And if you're showing up at 6 a.m., it may be a little chilly in there. So dress accordingly. We are not going to use HVAC or air conditioning during this time because it's just going to circulate whatever viruses may be in the system. So instead, we're going to flush fresh air through that area as much as we possibly can by keeping those doors open. All right. Solutions. All right, so first thing, we're going to limit equipment usage intelligently to ensure that there's limited contact. So what we're not going to do is API straight off the bat where you need a wall ball, a barbell, a box jump, and a place to do burpees. Like even that's not that much equipment, but that's 3 pieces of equipment that we probably could just work around and get the same metabolic stimulus. So all of the program, I'm going to take over all the programming because I understand what equipment needs we have, and we'll try to make that as easy as possible. Adequate spacing. Oh, hi Kayla, hi Tony, hi Katie, all you people that joined in. Anyway, adequate spacing. We already talked about it. You'll have a 10 by 10 box with a marked walking path. So do not go into somebody else's box. That's against the whole thing. Like don't cut a corner, literally go here and then out. Okay. There's white walking paths that you can walk through. Strict cleaning. We are going to approach this in a 2-tiered fashion. So employee and community driven. So that means you. We will be cleaning, you will be cleaning weekly, daily, hourly to try to stay as compliant as we possibly can and maintain a high level of sanitation so that you can train and not have to worry about, picking up some dirty germ. Getting sun. We're going to take advantage of the outdoors as much as possible. Thank God it's warming up. It is dreary today, but it is warming up so we can utilize Promenade Park or go down to the river or just do the whole thing outside, however, or as often as we can. Yeah, stay out of our bubble. If you're sick, stay home. Seriously, you've already heard this, but if you're like coughing and you're like, oh, I swear to God, it's nothing. I've had this for a month. Well, you got freaking something nasty, dude. Stay home. Don't come in here. Don't come in here with your nasty germs. We're working really hard to keep those nasty germs out of here. Don't be the one. Chalk ban. There's now officially a chalk ban. You can bring a bag of your own chalk. I'll give you some chalk, but the chalk buckets are gone. Do not use chalk. It's a community thing. Somebody's going to, touch a bucket after they came in with their dirty cough, and then they're going to infect the entire world. So don't do that. Consider it an opportunity to work on your grip. If you need to bring a towel, bring a towel. Just don't fight me on this. At-home options. We will continue to program at home with the standard workouts for anybody who's still concerned. It's going to be very difficult for us to do the push play versions because physically it's tough for me to do all of those workouts, but we'll do the best that we can. No matter what, you're still going to have access to really good quality training. Level adherence. Okay, everybody pay attention. Level adherence. Don't say I didn't tell you. I don't want anybody fighting me on the RX versions of your overall level. If you are not happy with your overall level, you should level up. Okay? Get off your ass and figure out double unders or whatever the hell it is. Doing the RX workout for your overall level method color will help you safely ease your body back into training. Some of you have not been doing all the workouts, and that is totally fine, totally expected, totally understandable. There's a reason that you're a member at the gym. But to keep you safe and keep you safe from yourself, you have to follow the RX workout. There are other reasons for that, in that we as trainers have to stage your equipment like we talked about before. We're gonna have to stage your equipment. And so if you're an orange level athlete and the deadlift is 115 pounds, but you can deadlift 400 pounds, I don't give a crap. You're doing 115 pounds and you're gonna just knock it out of the park. Cool. For now, that's how it's going down. Okay, partner workouts. We will not be doing partner workouts that require sharing equipment or close contact. Shocker, right? Now, partner workouts you can do from like my box to your box. That will be fun. But typical partner workout where we're sharing a barbell, that ain't gonna happen. Last thing, also very important, we are fully willing to waive some fees. So if you lost your job or you're getting furloughed and you need some financial help, you still want to come be a part of the community or whatever, please just reach out to us. You guys have supported us. We can do the exact same thing back. So if you're that person and need some assistance, please do that. All right, here is the rules. Here's what you're gonna see on the door. These are pretty straightforward. This is a normal day at the Standard. When you show up, if you feel sick, go home. Mandatory social distancing, use face coverings when possible and reasonable. So the reasonable part is the part where you say, hey, if I've got this thing covering my face and I'm breathing all the CO2 that I'm exhaling, I'm probably gonna pass out. So for sure, don't work out or go for a run with your mask on, okay? Don't do that. Okay, social distancing, use face coverings. You have to be pre-registered. For those of you who have not yet downloaded the Members app, so this Members app, it's by push press. Please do that. The doors are going to unlock 5 minutes prior to class and then lock 5 minutes afterwards. So be punctual. If you are here at 5:37 for the 5:30 class, you're not coming in. I don't care. Like, these are the rules. You know, just get here early or whatever, okay? Don't be late and don't give me any crap about it. Or Sam, or any of our other people. There's a moratorium being put on drop-ins. No drop-ins, no test drives, no people outside of our community are going to be allowed to train unless they talk to me and I say, hey, this person knows the rules and they're willing to follow them. Unfortunately, because children can't follow rules, there are no children. Sorry. No bags. Personal items have to be kept with you at all times. So when you show up, just bring your cell phone, bring your keys, and your water bottle. So if you're the one that brings in a whole bag full of crap, and you got a weight belt, and you got 3 pairs of shoes, and you got knee sleeves, and a neck brace, and some earrings that supposedly give you 10% PR, power. Nope, don't bring that stuff. If you're worried about your supplements, do it in your car. If you need to change, you could change, preferably in your car. Okay. All right. When you enter, if you have to use the restroom, just go do that right now. When you're done, thoroughly wash your hands, use an elbow to exit. Otherwise, we have hand sanitizer right at the front door. Sanitize your hands, go straight to your box, and again, do not leave your box. Don't leave your box. Again, stick to your level. So whatever your overall level is, that is your level. Arrange equipment identically. So if you've got, if you have a rower and the rower is on the right side of the box, don't put your rower on the left side, because then you're going to be like right next to somebody, and that's not the idea. So identical to the other person. While you're working out, I need you to face away from other people. That's going to feel really bad. For people who are in the inside boxes, you're going to have to face the wall. But guess what? When you get sweaty and you're in the middle of the workout, you're not paying attention to which way you're facing and if it feels better. Okay. So face away from others as much as possible. Oh, shocker. Stay in your box. Sanitize your equipment when you're done. And then leave through the far door. So you're going to enter on in one door, and on the other side of the room, you will leave the far door. All right. So next steps. Here's what we need from you guys. We've been talking about a lot of this, but just be considerate. Whatever you believe about the situation, we just ask that you remain respectful. Consider personal space and ensure that you play a role in the solution. If we get people in here that are just like, oh, well, this COVID thing is just a hoax, so I'm not going to do any of this stuff. Well, you're not going to train. So don't do that. Be responsible. Please clean everything you touch, wash your hands, respect the distance, and help keep our facility clean. And then again, communicate with us, talk with us. If you have any concerns or questions, we can't really help you with them unless you talk to us. So you should have plenty of avenues in which to get a hold of me or one of your other trainers. So please do that if you have anything that's kind of bothering you. So first things first, equipment return. Equipment return is going to be not today, Tuesday, tomorrow, 4 to 6 in the afternoon, Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So let's try to make the time to swing by and bring some stuff back. If you need accommodation on that, again, just let me know. I'll find some space. If we get a bunch of people showing up all at the same time, we're going to have to limit the number of people in the building at one time per the rules. But just please clean your equipment before you return it. So like if you've got chalk or dirt or dust or whatever, like just give it a quick scrub down and we'll disinfect and clean it as it's brought in. So second thing, you're going to need this app. If you want to work out, you will need this app. Push Press, member portal. Second thing, you're going to download that app, create your login info, and then just remember your password. Your password is also used to purchase drinks or supplements without exchanging cash or plastic cards. So if you want to buy a Fit Aid or you need protein or a lacrosse ball or something like that, I don't want to handle your credit card. So just remember your password. We can put it on your account and then it just gets billed. And then thirdly, you can help us out a ton by setting up ACH billing if you haven't already done that. So as you can imagine, again, on the business side, these are really lean times. So ACH is going to save us about $7 a month in credit card fees. And that adds up a lot, like pretty quickly for us, but it doesn't really cost you anything other than, the inconvenience of having set it up. So Charlie, Brent, what's up, dudes? Thanks for joining. That's it. So I will unshare my screen. And then if you guys does anybody have any specific questions that they want to ask? If you do, I'll hang out here for a couple minutes here and answer those. Okay, so are you going to be posting workouts for in facility? Yes. Yeah, we were doing that prior. Just the same way that we normally would. We'll put it on our blog. Everybody should have access to the blog. If you don't have access to the blog, it's thestandardtoledo.com/new/blog, but we'll get all of that out, no problem. Okay, hold. Now, again, YouTube live, folks. I haven't read any of these. Craig, good to see you, man. This is pretty reassuring. Now getting pumped. When do you think you'll know class times? Okay, yeah, class times. Oh, sorry. I didn't even talk about class times. I'm dumb. Right now we are going to have the same schedule minus, okay, so 6 a.m., noon, 4:30, 5:45, because, we've got friends like Craig that can't make it until 5:45. So 5:45, and then we'll still be around at 7 o'clock, but it's not going to be an official class. So we're gonna we're gonna kind of have to ease into the schedule, simply because I don't know how attendance is gonna go. Um, there is also, so maybe I should have talked about this earlier, but there's also the potential that we might have to go to like like maximum or putting a cap on the number of times that you're allowed to come in a week, um, just so that everybody has an opportunity to get into the classes that are most convenient for them. So that would mean like if you usually come to the 4:30 and you've come 3 times already to the 4:30, hey man, would you mind coming to the 7 ones? That's not official yet, but we're gonna kind of have to like play this by ear and make sure everybody's being served. Um, are we still okay to bring in our own equipment such as rope and grips per workouts? Yes. Bring in your rope, 100%. Own equipment other than really a rope or grips, I guess. Um, I can't think of anything else that I would be okay with you bringing in. Um, a towel, like I said, you could bring a towel, but I don't think you're going to need anything else, Britt. Um, Greg, no, thank you, dude. Pumped to have you around, man. It's awesome. Anybody else have questions? I know a bunch of you kind of like joined late. This is recorded on the YouTubes. So if you go to our channel, it'll be up there. Unfortunately, it's 33 minutes long. I have a tendency to talk a lot, if you didn't know. I happen to think I'm funny. I'm wrong. I know. Adrian tells me. Tim asked about Murph. Murph is not a thing. Murph is not a thing that anybody that hasn't been training for Murph should do right now, even if you're doing a scaled version. This is, look, there are other CrossFit gyms that are running Murph on Tuesday. I think that's not prudent. Again, my whole thing is if you can't show up tomorrow, then I haven't done my job. And if you show up on Tuesday and do Murph, you ain't coming back on Monday or on Wednesday. So there's too much risk for rhabdo or just overuse injuries or just debilitating soreness. So Murph is not a thing that we're going to do right now. There is no fireworks display scheduled this year. So I'm thinking big 4th of July Murph. And that gives us 6 weeks to kind of get into the swing of like, oh yeah, that's what a pull-up is. So that's my thought. How far in advance would you like us to be registering for classes? Day before. Sean, no. I think again, that's going to be something that we kind of have to play by ear a little bit. But I have it set for 2 days. I think people probably can predict what their lives feel like 2 days in advance. But if I open up a week prior and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to come every day, blah, 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 blah. Well, probably not. So probably 2 days. That's what it's set to right now, is 2 days. Tim says, thank God, no Murph. I think that's a common sentiment. Anybody else? Just so you guys know, the GHD is gone. The basketball court or basketball hoop is gone. And the incline bench, which you guys didn't care about, is gone because we had to make space. So again, benches are gone. We shouldn't be sitting and loitering inside anyway, so that's good. Yes, by the way, if you know that you cannot come and you're registered for class, cancel your registration, please. Just, we're all in this together. We're all just trying to, make our way back to the gym and, become better versions of ourselves. So if you can't make it, just cancel it. Um, if you, I'll just say this, that if you become a repeat offender of no showing or being late, there will be penalties. Probably social to begin with, like, embarrassment, and then like, you know, burpee penalties later, and then maybe financial penalties later, something like that. Brax, Brax is booing the lack of Murph. That's okay. You can hit it hard in July. Okay. Any other questions? You guys are awesome. Burpees on the wall. What's a burpee on the wall? Oh, Natalie, he'll be here. Come on. Yeah, yeah, that would be pretty funny. So Britt said burpees on the wall, which means if you're too if you're too late for class, you're gonna have to do penalty burpees on the wall. Yeah, Natalie, we don't need to be reminded that you guys are leaving. In fact, you just kind of ruined my vibe right now. All right, I don't have any other questions or things to say. I'm pretty pumped to get back to work. I think you guys are going to have a great time. It'll be great to see everybody and get back to the working on the things that we want to be working on. So if you need anything, hit me up. I'm available. I will catch you guys later. Peace. See you, Logan, even though you just logged in. Pow. No, sir.